Well, if the accounts are to be believed, yes, there have been ET visitation, there have been crashed craft, there have been material and bodies recovered, and there is some group of people somewhere that may or may not be associated with government at this point, but certainly were at one time, that have this knowledge.
Ross Coulthart just admitted that Edgar Mitchell, our astronaut, had admitted that he's seen a UFO on the way to the moon and it followed him back to Earth. Strangely enough, when he got back to Earth, he never mentioned anything about this. This is something that he mentioned in private. The weird thing is that when he got back, he talked very vocally about how UFOs exist, aliens exist. Our government has UFO material crashed ship in its possession. Why would he admit that? Why would he come back to Earth and admit that UFOs exist if he hadn't seen anything when he was on the moon? Check this out.
This might be an opportune time for me to mention in my own research for my book, In Plain Sight, I spoke to a very close personal friend of Apollo 14 astronaut Edgar Mitchell, who flew the lunar module into the lunar surface for a moon landing. And I know during his lifetime, Edgar Mitchell publicly denied any knowledge of extraterrestrial evidence on the moon or anywhere. Privately, I tell the story in my book that he admitted to my friend, the spaceman, as I call him, that there were blue lights that he perceived as structured objects that followed Apollo 14 all the way out from Earth to the moon, was surveilling Apollo 14 whilst on the moon, and followed them back. And indeed, some of those blue lights are captured in some of the Apollo 14 lunar imagery. Are you aware of this, Max? Do you know about that story?
There was a YouTube video that aired approximately 11 years ago. It was done by Entertainment Tonight, where they were interviewing Buzz Aldrin. And Buzz Aldrin confirms in this video that they did see a blue light when they were traveling to the moon, and that they didn't report it because there was a lot of stigma back then. Check this out. I can't show you too much of it because I will get hit with the copyright strike, but I'll play as much for you as I can, and I will have everything linked down below. Check it out.
60 seconds.
I saw this illumination that was moving with respect to the stars. We were smart enough to not say, Houston, there's a light out there that's following us. So technically, it becomes an unidentified flying object.
Right, I just want to show you that clip from Entertainment Tonight real quick, because Buzz Aldrin does talk about that blue light that they saw, and Ross Coulthart's talking about that as well here. Now, they have actual imagery from NASA's archives. Check it out and look at what they're seeing here. It's interesting.
There are photographs in NASA's own archives. There are actually a number of photographs of UAPs above the moon in the original NASA photographs and in the Apollo 14 photograph set. There is one particular photograph of Mitchell standing in the foreground and a couple of blue orbs floating above in the distance, above him in the black lunar sky.
Now, you don't have that.
Appear anywhere else.
You don't have that to hand. Do you have it to hand?
I actually, in fact, I do. So let's see. I believe it's 9301. Yeah. So this is Apollo frame AS 1466-9301.
An official NASA photograph.
An official NASA photograph. I downloaded this official photograph from the Lunar and Planetary Institute. This is an image archive that NASA manages, that's been managed for decades by NASA. So they scan and upload all kinds of Apollo photographs. And this is Mitchell in the foreground with his shadow. Notice that the sky is completely pitch black here. There's nothing except for a little bit of noise, and that's it. And this will pertain to your account, as we'll see soon. So first, if we brighten this image, a few anomalous things show up. First, this highly reflective center in the black lunar sky. it's not clear why there should be any sort of differential or uneven reflection of sunlight if the sky has nothing in it. But there it is. And not only that, but we see this weird cutout or irregularity in the brightened image.
A
in the
blue
black lunar
light.
sky. And a bluish something, yeah. Now let's look at the very same image in another NASA archive. This one is managed by the Johnson Space Center and Arizona State University. It's the very same image, very same frame number. That's Mitchell. And look, right in the place where that irregularity is in the other photograph, we see a pair of blue orbs.
Oh, wow.
All right, maybe I missed something here. But we have two different images here. The first image, the blue light wasn't visible. He had to highlight it, to raise the contrast up to pull the blue light out of there. The second one went to a different went to like a university apparently, and that one there, the light's just visible. The blue light's visible. You didn't have to raise the contrast or anything. So is the first image a doctored version by NASA, and the university has an undoctored version? I don't know. Am I understanding this correctly? Let me know down below. Maybe I missed something.
In the sky.
And that's exactly what Edgar Mitchell told my friend, the spaceman.
Right. And it appears actually in multiple of the Apollo 14 images. If we brighten this image, we see that there's also that uneven reflectivity, these weird light anomalies, and there are the bright orbs.
When Edgar Mitchell was asked by my friend why he never spoke about this during his lifetime,
yes,
he looked at my friend and he said one word: treason.
I assume he was sworn to secrecy then, and to break that would be violating his constitutional oath to protect the U.S. national security, and that's why he said that.
It's fair to say you have significantly whetted my appetite, and as Jeremy Corbell would say, you have ignited my curiosity.
All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this one. Spread it far and wide. Let me know what you thought down below. And did I misunderstand that at the end over here? Maybe, I'm sure I probably did, right? And let me know what you thought of Edgar Mitchell. Why would he be so focused on spreading the word that aliens do exist when he got back if he didn't potentially see something when he was out there in space? To me, seems kind of strange. I think he saw something. I think Ross is correct in this one. You guys like, subscribe, share with everybody, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.